Trauma is the experience and the reaction that we have to very scary, very painful experiences in our life. Of course, what comes to mind might be military, or maybe it's sexual or physical abuse. Sometimes people can even experience trauma from difficulties in childhood that were extremely painful or scary to us as kids. Even if it wasn't actually life-threatening, it may have felt that way. Trauma can look like difficulty sleeping, irritability, a hypervigilance, which means paying attention to things in an over the top type of way, maybe being overly worried. It's one of the biggest signs of trauma when someone is hypervigilant and over concerned with stressors in life that aren't quite as scary as they should be. When that happens, it's an indication to us that trauma has happened and that someone is going to need a particular type of support. Symptoms of trauma might look like irritability or mood swings, anxiety or over-the-top fear, particularly of certain stressors. People who've experienced trauma often have a hard time in crowds, and a really common experience is people blame themselves and deal with a lot of shame. What I want to say to those who've been through something traumatic is to remember what happened to you is not your fault. And we also want to make sure people understand that when you tell us something traumatic has happened, when you tell us that you've been harmed, we will believe you. Victims often feel like they won't be believed, they won't be trusted, and it's important that you know you will be believed here. Trauma is a really interesting experience because some people numb out from those emotions and can barely remember, while others remember every detail and are really plagued by the pain from that experience. Regardless of where you are in that path or even the reasons that you think you might have gone through something traumatic, our counselors are trained to be able to be with you wherever you are in that process. It's really important in traumatic work that we meet our clients wherever they are. We don't want to go too far or challenge too much in which we might re-traumatize a client. But we also don't want to hide away or be too shy and not able to handle the experience that someone has gone through. In our clinic, our counselors are all trained to handle a variety of sources of trauma. They can handle your painful and difficult story, and they can meet you exactly where you are. So if you've gone through something really painful, something that might have been traumatic, reach out to us by giving us a call or fill out our contact form, and we'll set you up with a counselor that can help you overcome what you've gone through and help you have peace, fulfillment, and happiness in your life.